When Grief Crosses Boundaries, a tale of love, betrayal, and redemption. My name is Olivia Carter, and I'm 27 years old. I've always been a woman of resilience, shaped by the unwavering love of my late mother, Rachel. She was my anchor, the soul of our family, and losing her last year to a sudden illness tore my world apart. My father, Benjamin, and I were left to pick up the shattered pieces of our lives. But as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, my father's grief took an unexpected turn, one that blurred the boundaries of love, trust, and family. Mom's passing had left a gaping void in our home. Benjamin, once a stoic and composed man, was unrecognizable. He became more dependent on me for emotional support, leaning on me in ways that felt strange. At first, I told myself that grief can do that to people. It can make them act irrationally. But soon his actions began to cross lines I never thought he'd even approach. One evening, as we sat in the dimly lit kitchen reminiscing about Mom, Benjamin poured himself a glass of wine. His eyes lingered on me in a way that felt unsettling. "You remind me so much of her, Olivia," he said, his voice thick with emotion. Her grace, her beauty, even her smile. His words sent a chill down my spine, but I chose to ignore it, chalking it up to his grief. After all, he had lost his partner of nearly 30 years. But as time passed, his compliments became more frequent, his touch more lingering, and his presence more invasive. It all came to a head one quiet Sunday evening. We were sitting in the living room, the warm glow of the fireplace casting shadows on the walls. Benjamin turned to me, his eyes heavy with something I couldn't quite place. "Olivia," he began, his voice low and deliberate, "we're all we have left. We've always been close, but now we have to be everything for each other." I stared at him, confusion etched across my face. "What do you mean, Dad?" He hesitated, then reached for my hand. "I mean, we can find comfort in each other, the way your mother and I did. We can heal together." My stomach churned as the weight of his words sank in. "Dad, that's not how this works," I said, pulling my hand away. My voice trembled, but I tried to stay composed. "Mom wouldn't want this. This isn't right." But Benjamin didn't seem to hear me. His grief had morphed into something darker, something I couldn't recognize. In the days that followed, I withdrew from him, my mind racing to figure out how to handle the situation. I confided in my best friend, Madison, whose reaction was a mix of anger and disbelief. "Olivia, this isn't just grief. This is a violation of trust," she said firmly. "You need to document everything and get out of that house." Madison's words gave me the clarity I needed. I began installing small cameras around the house, capturing Benjamin's words and actions. It felt invasive, but I knew I needed proof, not just for myself, but for my safety and peace of mind. The suspense was unbearable. Each day felt like walking on a tightrope, pretending everything was normal while knowing the truth. I recorded hours of footage, his suggestive remarks, the way he lingered in doorways watching me, and his increasingly desperate attempts to justify his actions. Finally, with Madison's support, I took the evidence to a lawyer and a therapist who specialized in familial trauma. They helped me plan my next steps carefully, ensuring I had both emotional and legal support. The confrontation was one of the hardest moments of my life. Sitting across from Benjamin in our living room, I took a deep breath. "Dad," I began, my voice steady but firm, "what you've been doing is wrong. It's not love, it's manipulation, and it's a betrayal of everything we've ever stood for as a family." Tears streamed down his face as he broke down. "I didn't mean to hurt you, Olivia. I'm lost without her." "I understand you're hurting," I said, my voice softening. "I'm hurting too. But this isn't the way to heal. We need help, both of us." In the aftermath, Benjamin agreed to seek therapy, and I moved out to give us both the space we needed. It was a painful decision, but it was necessary. Over time, I began to heal, surrounding myself with friends and building a new life filled with love and respect. This story isn't about hatred or revenge. It's about survival. It's about setting boundaries, even with those you love, and finding the strength to protect yourself. Most importantly, it's about understanding that true love, whether it's romantic, familial, or self-love, comes with respect and integrity. In the end, I learned that healing isn't just about moving on, it's about reclaiming your life and your worth, no matter how deep the betrayal.